Hi everybody, it's Ronnie with Whip and Chain. I work with Maggie and Lauren to bring you beautiful crochet videos. Today is a cute one. These are candy corns. They're cute, they're little. If you look at the size of my hand, they don't take up much space, and they're cute as little gifts. And I'm going to show you how to do this. It's a very simple free pattern that I found, and I just want to show you how to do that. And if you want to look, this one I used the eyes with clear on the outside. This one I used regular eyes, and I put a little white on the outside. So you can do it however you want, and you know, you could bandage them up to be like mummies, or put an X for like a Frankenstein look. You can change these around any which way you want. But I enjoyed doing one in traditional colors, and I did one in my favorite colors, which are purple. So here at Whip a Chain is always a work in progress. And that being said, let's dive into this. Okay, to make this little candy corn, you can use cotton yarn or acrylic. Either one don't matter. But I am going to suggest a smaller hook, a 3.5 millimeter to be specific. And just for reference, they are little. Okay, they are cute, but they're little. Excuse my hiccups. And I would recommend some stitch markers. You need a darning needle. I am using all different kinds of yarn. I'm using loops and threads because I needed some different purples, and I got Hobby Lobby. I'm just doing different shades of purple. You can do the standard yellow, orange, white. You can do greens. You can do different shades of black. You can do gray. You can do whatever your heart tells you to use. So we're going to dive into this. It's a quick pattern, does not take long. And oh, you will need some ice. I almost forgot. All right, so we're going to start with a magic ring. If you don't want to do a magic ring, or you honestly don't know how to do a magic ring, I would strongly recommend just to do a chain 3, slip stitch to your first stitch, and then chain 1, and then you're right with us, okay? So just like that. In your ring, I want you to put in 5 single crochets. I'm doing a purple one, obviously. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Excuse me. I'm going to pull this shut just a little bit. Now, I didn't use my stitch marker yet, but now as soon as I start, I'm going to. I'm going to count back 5 stitches, and in each stitch, I need you to put in 2 single crochets, and that will take us to 10 stitches altogether. So I put in my 2 stitches, then I mark it. Okay. And I'm also going to count to make sure I have 10. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That is 10 stitches. Now we're gonna I'm gonna close this more. Now we're gonna go around and just put 1 stitch in each. So we're sticking at 10 single crochets. So I'm gonna go around, put 1 single crochet in each stitch, and we'll still stick with 10. and then this is 10. And now that I have that center, I'm going to pop it out this way. And if you want, you can weave that end in. It's up to you. On mine, I didn't. I just pulled it as tight as I could and just left it for inside on this specific project because it really don't make a difference on this one, but it's up to you. All right. So for round 4, we're going to do a single crochet and then an increase. One single crochet, and in the next stitch you put in 2 single crochets, 1 and 2. And the next one you do 1 single crochet, and in the following one you put in 2, and you do that all the way around. So it's 1 single crochet, next one you do 2 single crochets in the same stitch, and I'll meet you around. Okay, you should have 15 stitches. The next round again is just putting in 1 single crochet in every stitch. No increases, no decreases, nothing fancy, just 1 single crochet in every stitch, and this will still keep you at 15 single crochets, and I'll meet you around. Okay, we're at 15 single crochets. Now I want you to cut your yarn and pick your next color that you're going to use. I'm going to use this one. Hobby Lobby yarn is usually very easy to get started. Not on every single one, but more easy than a lot of them. So I'm going to show you a technique that I have discovered. As you can see, the yarn, the color changes. I mean, it's still there, but it's way not as noticeable as it usually is. And I want to show you, if you're interested, how to do it. If you're not interested in it, you can just change your normal color to what you want. Okay, so I cut my tail. Notice it's really not that long. Take out the thing. I'm going to go in to the next stitch. Oh, sorry. I'm going to go into the next stitch. Back loop only. Next stitch, back loop only. This is for the color change, okay? So I'm going to put the new color on my hook and bring it through. Before I do anything, I am going to take these 2 tails and do something I normally don't do. I'm going to knot them. It's called securing them. That's what it is. And because this is on the inside, you're not going to see it anyway. All right, so now I'm going to pick up, leave your tails drop, you don't need to do anything. And I'm just going to pull a slip stitch all the way through. We will come back to this stitch, I promise. All right. Trying to enlarge it here so you can see. There we go. Oh, maybe that's too large. All right. So now I'm going to take my stitch marker, and you know how we only did the back loop of this? See, here's the front loop we didn't grab, right there. I am going to mark that because we don't need that at the end. That is, we're doing the very first stitch. We did the second stitch. We're doing the very first stitch last. That's still really big. So we're going to start with second stitch. We're going to come back to do the first at the end. You'll see why. All right. Okay. So now, this is an increase row. It's 2 single crochets increase, 2 single crochets increase. But remember, we are skipping the first stitch. So the next stitch is a regular single crochet, which will be our second stitch. So then our third stitch is an increase. 2 single crochets in there. 1 and 2. So the next stitch is 1 single crochet. Next stitch is 1 single crochet. Next stitch is 2 single crochets. Next stitch is 1 single crochet. Next stitch is 1 single crochet. Next stitch is 2 single crochets. Next stitch is 1 single crochet. Next stitch is 1 single crochet. Next stitch is 2 single crochets. Okay. Next stitch is 1 single crochet. Next stitch is 1 single crochet. Next stitch is 2 single crochets. Now we're back to doing our first stitch. And the whole reason this was marked is so you didn't have to guess where our first stitch was. So I'm going to take that out. I'm going to immediately put my hook in there in that outside stitch. That way we don't lose it. Now I'm going to take my hook and go through the rest of that first color that we used all the way through. See it through? All the way through where you did your slip stitch. Grab the new color, bring it all the way through, and finish your single crochet. All right. Now, if we count, we're supposed to have 25 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Oh, 20 stitches. Apologize. 20, 18, 19, and right then there's 20. All right. 20 stitches. I apologize. Oh. I pulled it out. I'll have to just redo it. Pull it in all the way through. Okay. Now row 7 is just stitch for stitch. So I'm going to go in my first stitch, single crochet, and mark it. And I just need you to put in 1 single crochet in every stitch going around, and it's 20 stitches. All right. Row 8 is another increase, but it's every 4th one. So we're going to do 3 regular single crochets. It's 1, 2, and 3. And then 2 single crochets next. Again, it's 1, 2, 3, 1, and 2 in that next one. Again, it's 1, 2, 3, and then it's 2 single crochets. One, 2, and 3, and 2 single crochets. And you do that all the way around, and this is where you get to 25 single crochets. I was ahead of myself. And 2. Okay. Now we're going to change color again, and we're going to do the same thing that we did before. I'm doing another color. Let's see if I can. Uh-oh. See? There we go. All right. So, take our stitch marker out. We're now going to the back loop only. All right. Put on your new color. Through and through. And marking that front loop that we didn't use right away. Now this one, no increases on this row, so this makes this row a little easier. So remember, we're not going to do anything in that slip stitch row right now, but we're going to put in 1 single crochet in each stitch, and what we start with stitch number 2. Okay, 2, 3, 4, and I'll meet you around. Okay, came around, I counted to 25, but remember we started on stitch 2, so we have to fix the first one. So we take our stitch, make sure you have your thumb where it is, take it out, put your hook through it right away, and then you go in to where your other color was, your old color, and you go through. Pick up some new yarn, come all the way through like a regular single crochet, and finish it. So now you have your 25 stitches. Okay. So I need you to do 2 more rows of matching stitch for stitch, and I'll meet you back. Okay, after you did those extra rounds of stitch for stitch, we are on round 12 now. Okay. Round 12, we're going to do 3 single crochets and a decrease. So let's do 3 single crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Now I'll put my stitch marker back in. Now for the decreases, you don't want them to see your decreases. We're even trying to do the color changes where it's not that noticeable. So to do an invisible decrease, you take your hook, you go into the front loop only of the next stitch, go on, turn your hook to the side, and go into the front loop of the next stitch. So you only have the front loops of the next 2 stitches. You wrap your hook and you bring it back through both those stitches. Wrap and just finish your single crochet. So now again we do 3 regular single crochets. 1, 2, and 3, and let's do a decrease again. Take your hook, you go into the front loop only of the first one, turn your hook sideways and go under the front loop of the next stitch, so the next 2 stitches. Wrap your hook, go through, bring them through, and finish your single crochet. Again, next 3 stitches, 1, 2, and 3, and then a decrease, front loops only. And then 3 single crochets, 1, 2, and 3. And then front loops only. And 3. And then your last 2 stitches are your decrease. Okay. I like these 3 colors together for Candycorn. Looks really cute. Now we need our eyes. You can, if disclaimer here, if you're making these for young kids, I wouldn't use safety eyes. I would sew on eyes with black cotton yarn or acrylic yarn that you're using. Do not use these if this is going to go to, let's make it easy, children in general, all ages, from newborn all the way up until you feel it's safe. Do not use these for young children. Okay. So I think the 12mm ones will work good, but you're welcome to use any size that you want. 12mm, or we can even do a little bigger. I used the smaller ones on the other ones, but I think I kind of like the bigger ones for this one. Okay. Use any size that you want, any size. And like, actually, you know what? I don't get to use these often. I'm gonna use, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it has clear around it. Because on this one, I put some white yarn around the side of on each side. Okay, you can do that. But I think I'm going to use the ones with the clear. So where you want to, you can use any eyes that you want. Right under your first row of your 3rd color change. Right under the first row of the color change. Put your eye. And then I would leave 2. 2 seems close. I'm gonna do, move this one over 1, and then this one over 1. So 3 stitches between eyes. Okay. And then you put on your backs. I'll put the backs on, I'll be right back. Okay. I like that with the clear. Kind of cool. All right. So the backs are on. I'm going to close this before it spills. All right. Now remember, you can put on the white on the sides if you want, or whatever color you want, like I did on this one. Okay. Now the next round is another decrease, but it's also back loops only. So the next stitch, back loop only, do 1 single crochet, and then do 1 single crochet in the next one, back loop only. Okay. And the next one is a decrease. Now the decrease is the same as we did the front loops, just doing it in the back loop. So put your hook in the back loop only, come over to the next stitch, put your loop in the back loop only, like we did. Grab some yarn and bring that yarn all the way through. There we go. My yarn was splitting. And then finish your single crochet. Then again, 1 normal single crochet back loop, 1 normal single crochet back loop, and then the next one is a decrease, back loop only, back loop only, and there. Again, single crochet, single crochet in the back loops only, and then a decrease, back loop, come over, back loop, yarn, and then there. See? That's what you're going to do all the way around. This is the only time you do back loops only. And there. All right. Now I would recommend you adding a little bit of stuffing. You don't need a whole lot, but I would recommend to make these firmer, not really soft. But don't let the stuffing be oozing out when you're trying to finish closing this project, because if you sew some of the stuffing, it just doesn't look neat and crisp. You can always add more after the next row, but at least you get the point done. The next row will be a single crochet and a decrease. The full loops, not just the back loop only. So first stitch is a regular single crochet. And the next one is a decrease, front loop only. Front loop, grab your yarn, and finish. And I'm gonna mark my first stitch. Very important. Okay, next stitch, one single crochet. Next stitch is a decrease. Okay. Single crochet. Decrease front loops only. Single crochet. Decrease. Single crochet. Decrease. All right. Now you can take out your stitch marker. Do a decrease in the next two stitches. Do another decrease. And one more. Actually, no, don't do another one. Cut your yarn. Pull your yarn through. enough stuffing in there. Okay. I'm going to get a stitch marker. I mean a stitch marker. Darning needle. Thread my yarn. Okay. Take your hook, go in the next stitch, out to in, and then the next stitch, go in to out the next stitch, then out the in, the next stitch, go in to out, the next stitch, out to in, the next stitch, in to out. Now pull. See how that closes that? And then all you need to do is weave your needle in and out of the gap just to make sure this is closed. Do it a few times because you want this yarn to get lost. Okay, and then take it up the center and come out the side of the same color. And then go right next to it and go through again and come out of the same color. And pull it a little bit, cut the yarn, and squish it so it falls in there. And there, my friends, are your candy corns. Look, same hook, different yarn. This one's a little smaller than this one, but they're still adorable. Look at them. Cute. Same hook size. I didn't change hooks or anything. And it could have also been some of my tension. Beautiful though, aren't they? I can't wait to see yours. So please do me a favor and come to visit our Facebook page, Whip and Chain, Work in Progress for Whip and Chain, and come find us and join our group. And please like and follow us on YouTube. That helps us tremendously to be able to bring you more videos. And if you have any questions, please comment. I will do my very best to answer. Maggie tries really hard to stay on top of it, but sometimes with just our daily lives it takes a little bit, but we will get back to you. And if you join our Facebook group, it's a faster way for us to get back to you. So I can't wait to see yours. Thank you for watching. Happy Halloween, guys. Take care.